Welcome everyone back to the 90th Minute Podcast here on the 90th Minute Podcast channel, as well as any and all audio apps. Over there's a man, the myth, the legend. He comes from Brazil, but he can't play football. It is Wazinho. This guy here beside him came off a lobster fishing boat. Captain Greggy. Strong, silent type, but he's one that leads us
I like
all.
how you're pointing at people, but some people
Is Lucas Chrome.
people are listening to audio apps. They're probably like, what the
Don't
fuck's
worry.
going on?
Well, you guys
Don't
were
worry.
supposed to say
You
something.
were supposed to say
You-
something.
you,
We don't know
suck, man.
No one, you suck. You didn't do it. Anyways, I'm Liam, by the way. I'm the fat one.
Yeah, I'm
Anyways.
Lucas. I mean, how are we all?
Oh, you know, it's been a hell of a week.
Bad
It's
week
been
for
a
you.
hell of
It's
a
been
week.
something.
It's been a week.
We will get
A few days.
into the world of football as well as just the world in general. But like I said, like was said, if you are listening on audio apps, thank you very much for your support. Make sure you follow and
I want
share
to start
it.
with football real quick. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
What were you thinking when you were thinking João Felix is crap?
I didn't say he was crap. I said João Felix is not up to the price tag that they paid.
And then he scores against Man.
A goal
Well,
against Harry.
I can tell you what he's thinking. He wasn't thinking.
A goal
That's what
against
it
Harry
was.
Maguire is not a great
It
achievement.
was a beautiful header.
Did you see Harry Maguire's marking?
So what? I don't care about
He
that.
was a good 7 yards off of him.
We know he's not a great defender.
Okay, so then if I
But
scored a
João
goal
Felix-
against you, that does not make me Balon Dor.
João Felix will win a Balon Dor, and he will prove you wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There's a Haaland. He's in the way.
Maybe 2026 World Cup. He's lifting with
Bop.
Portugal.
Bop.
Well, you're saying Portugal's going to win in 2026.
Potentially.
Haven't
Without Ronaldo, you never
got
know.
there yet.
Well, they haven't gone to the next one
They haven't
either.
gotten there yet either.
Yeah.
So, chillax, mon ami. Simmer down. Anyways. Or was that your football question to kick things off?
Yeah, I disagree with your opinion full-heartedly. Same with your Neymar takes.
That he threw away his career.
He didn't throw
to
away his
PSG.
career. He still has a couple years left.
It's cute.
However, I think I heard he might consider going to the MLS just because.
And he called the MLS a shit retirement league, so.
No, he wants to go to the MLS because he likes the fact that it has 4 months off. It's like, oh, that's a good amount of vacation time for me.
Well, it was a good time to spend with the sister, that's for sure.
What sister?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
His sister that
you
he
can't
goes-
just say that.
I just did.
That
so-
wasn't even addressed in the documentary.
Well, he's not going to address it in his
He
documentary.
addressed the rape allegations.
That's nice. He's not going to address it. He bones his sister.
They kind of went over everything in the documentary series.
Well,
It was a
Apparently they didn't.
You are fake news. You are false. You don't know Neymar like I do. I said,
the fuck do you know about Neymar?
Sonny in it. Nah.
You just don't like the fact that he does.
Sonny in it.
Sure.
Nah. That's what I
God,
said.
It was a great series. Check it out.
Yeah.
3-part
Lucas-
series. The Perfect Chaos Neymar.
There's 2 Polishmen in this room. Thank you for being the sane
I
one.
stand with Neymar. He's a good
Stand
man.
with Neymar. We're standing with Ukraine.
Of course, we're
Let's talk
standing with
about
Ukraine.
let's talk about Ukraine
Let's
first.
talk-
Let's talk about the
yeah. Oh,
entire
Jesus
situation
Christ.
there. The world of football has had its moments involved with the entire conflict, everything that we've seen. Schalke lose the Gazprom sponsorship. Manchester United cut ties with Aeroflot. We've seen different Russian players step up and say a couple things. Same with Ukrainian players.
Yeah, we also
Chelsea's in an interesting situation
Yeah.
right now.
yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen with that, but
Yeah, basically Roman Abramovich, if you haven't heard, he's basically now be banned for life from ever living in the UK.
I mean, I
and
think
they're
he was already banned already. from
Pretty
the UK.
much. And now they're kind of talking about if he should have the team kind of taken away from him to hurt him financially because he is close to Vladimir Putin. So
Yeah, and then also
Wild.
the Champions League final, which was supposed to be in St. Petersburg, I believe, it's being moved to the Stade de
Paris.
France.
Yeah.
Stade de France in Paris. But the entire taking out of the football context in the more world point of view, the conflict that is. It's something that we have never seen really in our lifetime, at least at this scale, I would say. Of course, there has been previous wars and stuff like that, but for such 2 very big developed nations in Europe, especially, it's remarkable.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I think for me, it's unlike anything we've ever seen because we don't know what can happen next. I mean, we can obviously get into the politics, but I don't know too much. Like, I don't want to say the wrong thing, obviously, but it's like, you can impose all these sanctions, right? But how much is that going to really affect Russia? And I think the main goal right now is I think the West kind of wants to isolate Russia.
Mhm.
and basically say we're gonna ruin you economically to the point where
Yeah.
you have to make a choice.
Yeah, really cut them off financially and
Essentially.
stuff like that. But I think Russia has this hasn't been planned over 2 weeks. You know,
No,
this is
Oh,
no,
something
he's
that's
been
This
yeah.
has been going
Exactly.
on for years.
So this is something that I think Russia has financial stability, and they have the ability to stand on their own 2 feet. And sanctions will help. Sanctions will do their job. I don't know if sanctions will be enough, and we'll see what happens, like you said, in the coming days and weeks and everything.
Businesses in Russia could be badly affected with
100%,
these sanctions, though. Like,
100%.
it might not affect the Russian government, but it might affect these big businesses that won't have their
Global trade or whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
Lots of people are trying to step up and arrest it. It's
I think to go with that, I think something that needs to be said is this is not Russia. This is the Russian government.
This is Putin.
Yeah, it's not the people of Russia.
Kremlin.
It's not the teams like
Yeah, there's a lot the Russian people are opposed to this. You know, they're athletes, of course.
Yeah.
Like somebody. It feels like it's like kind of the world against Putin.
well, like on TikTok, you know, the Zenit St. Petersburg TikTok is a very famous TikTok account, and all the comments are saying how much terrible, you're terrible, take down your accounts. It's like, it's not Zenit, it's not the account, it's not the players.
The thing is, Zenit's owned by Gazprom.
It is.
Okay.
yeah. So it's not. Did
Yeah,
you see what
well-
Abramovich's daughter
I did not.
put in a post? She said it's like Russia. The post is like, well, the thing is like Russia wants war, but then it's like crossed off Russia, and it's
Oh, I
Putin
saw
wants-
that,
yeah.
wants war.
But I think that is
So-
very, very
And I
true.
had someone comment on my Oilers Nation TikTok, and he's like, "Oh, send all the Russians back to Russia." But I mean, like, a lot of these Russians don't want war either. It's,
You gotta feel bad
Yeah.
for most of them, honestly. Like,
Yeah, and it's-
there's only a few amount, at least from what we know, that want this.
I think it's just very important to look into the Ukrainian people's perspective and just have empathy
100%,
for
yeah.
those people. It's you're born in a place, you don't get to choose where you're born. Some people, like, we're lucky we were born in Canada
Yep.
and met each other. But some people, they're not born in a situation where they can do certain things, and you always just have to have empathy and feel for those people that just want to live normal lives, but they just can't due to the circumstances they can't control.
Yeah, and it's like they have been living normal lives. The majority of people in Ukraine, for the most of their lives, they have been living in peace. They've been an independent nation and stuff like that. And now all of a
But
sudden,
there's always
just
that
one day-
worry that Russia will do something, and now it's happening.
Yeah.
And now, of course, now for me, I mean, I've kind of said this on my own Twitter. I am worried that they may try to get into Poland,
Yeah.
and that's going to cause a whole other shitstorm.
Well, Poland's part of NATO, so that if that happens, then something is.
Yeah, I know.
believe-
Something
I-
bigger is happening.
I believe it. From what I've heard, if Russia is to go onto a next country, it would be more likely to be Finland, because the Finland
And Sweden, I think.
Yeah, and then you have like your Eastern European nations like your Belarus, stuff like that. But Belarus is very much with Russia. But this is more thing that we don't know
we don't
a
know
hell of a lot
100%
about.
Yeah.
We are basically clueless most of the part about politics in these parts of the world.
Yeah, and then
like
you hear what you see on TV or stuff like that, and you know that can be one-sided. That can be influenced by companies and people that you see. But I think the general statement that the 90th minute and the rest of the world would be saying is what our sign says. And if you are on audio apps, it says very clearly, "We stand with Ukraine, and we stand with the people of Ukraine, and we hope for the best." And
Hopefully this
gets
hopefully
figured
this
out.
ends soon. I mean,
one thing I want to mention though is, like, I was watching like live webcams of I think it was in Kiev,
Yeah.
and it's just like the bus. Even with all this that is happening, the bus is always on time every 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's interesting how life is going on there with everything going on. I know there's a lot of people who are like in the tunnels or the
The subway station.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to the one lady I work with because she is from the Ukraine and her parents still live there. They're not very far actually from the Russian border. So I was like, oh, so what have they been saying? This was a couple days ago before most things started, but she was like, oh, life has just been the same. You know, they go up, they go to work, and then they go home. But now that everything has kind of started,
it escalated so quickly.
it did,
too.
and I'm
It's-
sure they're not going to work anymore. I'm sure they're not carrying on the same as what they have been. So
I mean, for me personally, it's like I don't think I've ever paid attention so closely to a world conflict. Like I keep updating my Twitter, Ukraine. Like,
it's
what's
interesting
next?
how
What's
we are
next?
watching this war through
Yeah.
Twitter, through Instagram, through TikTok, social media in general, and just how we're actually able to see what's happening
Yeah.
day to day, moment by moment in these cities and in these countries.
Well, and that's the thing with all the other wars. There wasn't no social media. There's no internet. There's nothing like
It was
that.
a very,
You saw what
didn't-
the news showed you, not
That's it. And
At least
not
the
most
European
people.
wars, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like imagine like having social media in 1939 and like
yeah.
seeing like more details. Because like
yeah.
Putin, he tried to like say things that easily false,
Yeah.
like calling Ukrainians Nazis or
That,
whatever.
yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
And
That was weird.
I mean, you could probably get away with that if it was 1939.
Yeah.
But I mean, he can get away with it in his
Yeah.
own country, but
It's all just so confusing what he's trying to say and how he's trying to portray Ukraine and how he's trying to make this.
He's trying to make it
It's
look
propaganda.
Like,
right.
like he's not the bad guy. Like Ukraine's
Yeah.
the bad guy, and he's doing it
I
for Russia.
think there was something he mentioned like how the Ukrainians were gonna invade Russia, like, right? I don't know. It's ridiculous, and we've never seen something like this in the scale. Sorry, Greg. I want to finish it. It's just also we've never seen a country of this power and magnitude invade a sovereign nation since World War II, and the fact that he said, "Oh, if the West tries to intervene, they will see consequences like they've never seen before."
Yeah.
What can that mean? Obviously, you think nuclear weapons and stuff, and that's a whole other realm
Yeah, it
of
is.
possibility.
Well, I was just saying, like, that's why I believe that's why he is doing this, is because he believes Russia is going to get invaded. If he he's doing this to grant him some more security.
Yeah,
But it's making it just honestly more of a mess.
He puts that target on his own back, hoping that he can win this battle, win this war, and move on to the next one, kind of thing. But
of course, like we said, we stand with Ukraine, and all our support is with the Ukrainian people right now. The ones who are taking shelter, the ones who are fighting right now. We got to give a shout out to the men and women who are fighting for their country, defending it with their lives. It's very heroic what's going on there. You see the Ukrainian president; he's ready to fight. There was that former boxer,
the mayor of Kiev is a
yeah,
former
and
heavyweight boxer,
I saw photos. I'm like, that's I don't know.
yeah, it's the thing that's nice to see. Well, it's good to see is that they're putting up a fight,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and that is.
I think that's one thing you could say about Eastern European countries. You know that from being Polish, you are very proud of where you come from, and you're not willing to.
well, it's
to
the
back
thing,
down,
right? I think my dad was talking to my uncle in Poland. My uncle's like, I'm not gonna go to Canada. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna stay and fight. Like,
Yeah.
they're not just gonna run away. Like that option is there, but yeah, some people want to stay and fight and say, get the fuck out of my country.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like,
But
Yeah, we don't usually talk politics to this.
but I mean, to
extent,
be
but
fair, this is like
yeah.
This is
one of the biggest world
huge.
events.
It's huge.
And of course, we are recording this on Friday, so
Things could happen,
a lot
things
has
can change,
changed.
yeah.
So we will move on from Ukraine and Russia and all that. You talked a little bit about Manchester United and your European match. We should talk about the European matches. We were
Champions League,
Europa League, Conference League.
Yeah.
Shout out to the mighty Glasgow Celtic. We're out of Europe.
How much does that hurt to say?
After the first leg, doesn't hurt as much. Going into the first leg,
Yeah.
that one hurts. After Celtic lost at home, I said, you know what? That one stung a little bit.
does it not make it a
got
bit more
shit on.
painful that Rangers advance in the Europa League,
against a team like
Yeah,
Dortmund.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
while you guys lose to
Bodo Glimt.
Here's another thing. You've won 10 in a row, yet now Rangers are having more European success than you?
Rangers have also won 10 in a row. No, sorry, neither club has won 10 in a row.
I thought
Both have done 9.
Oh, I thought you did.
None's
10.
done 10. We
No,
got
they were going for 10.
last year would have been 10, and then we fucked it.
Are you talking about like winning streaks or like
10
trophies?
titles.
10
Oh.
titles 10 years in a row.
Yeah, you guys messed
The
that.
Yeah,
crazy
we
thing
fucked
is
that one.
about all that is Celtic beat Rangers 3-0, like right
The
before
more
all
I
this
look back
happened.
on that,
Rangers had a bad game.
I think Celtic had a hell of a game, but I think Rangers had a terrible game.
they were good against Dortmund, honestly. Now Dortmund.
I also think Dortmund, though, Dortmund's defense allowed Rangers to play a more attacking game and take chances. Shout out to Rangers for taking the chances. I mean, to score 6 goals against Borussia Dortmund is a hell of an achievement. Whether team I support.
No offense to Dortmund, they always know how to fuck it up in Europe.
Yup.
Now that Dortmund team, there's a lot of pieces I like in that team. A lot of the players that played, there's just so many players on the team that I just think are just a waste of space on the pitch, not as people.
I feel like that starting 11 is just poorly constructed. It seems.
It doesn't help when Haaland is injured.
I mean, even with Haaland, like that doesn't solve all your issues.
No, I know.
Yeah,
Just
but like, Haaland might score 6 goals. You never know.
Like Nico Schultz, I think he is was definitely helped by the system he was at Hoffenheim, and he's definitely not proven to be a top level left back. Let me go through this list. Let me go through it. Mounier, they have to play Emre Can at center back, and while he can do a decent job there,
past his best.
He's not well past his best, but man's like 28.
Rangers should have had another goal.
Man didn't have legs when he was 25, let alone when he's 28.
Mats Hummels, he is old, but he's still a good veteran player. The Hood is okay. He hasn't really reached the promise that he had when he was younger at Gladbach. Brandt, I think he's just not consistent. And seeing guys like Marius Wolf, who's got subbed on in the 45th minute, that guy is not a Borussia Dortmund player level standard. Them having to stub on Stefan Tigges, who is like the tallest footballer ever.
Is he?
I don't know, he's just 6'7" or something.
Nice.
Wow.
Maybe he's shorter, but he's tall. 193 centimeters.
You know what I find interesting with German players, especially when they're young? It seems like they have a lot of hype and they have a very good rise, and then they just kind of stagnate.
Yeah.
With like Brandt and Draxler. Like I thought Mario Götze is. We know why he kind of fell off because of his medical issues, but like I said, Brandt, Draxler, I'm pretty sure a few others that can come to mind, and they just kind of stagnate.
Usually ones that don't go to Bayern, a lot of them don't end up reaching that highest level. Like Schürrle, he went to Chelsea.
Yeah.
He was expected to be a great winger, but he retired very early.
Played for Fulham.
He scored some wonder goals for us, I gotta say, though.
I mean, obviously the ones at Dortmund, but Dortmund at the time were performing at a high level, like Mats Hummels, Gundogan, and then Marco Reus, of course.
I think Gundogan's the one that has reached the highest levels of recently.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Havertz.
Oh my god. Kai Havertz.
Champions League.
Kai Havertz has actually one. I'm starting to see a little bit like
he wins
he was very good in the game against Lille.
Yeah,
he
wins some trophies, but he's not.
I feel like
I don't know. He's not a striker, and he's getting players that false.
He's more of a center forward, I think.
Well,
I think an attacking midfielder.
I feel like he's neither an attacking midfielder or a striker. I feel like he's like in a similar boat with Paulo Dybala, where like you have to play him in a certain specific role to get the most out of him, and that's a very difficult thing to do. And you have to really kind of like make the system most around him. Like at Leverkusen, he was very successful, scoring a bunch of goals.
I loved him there.
But at Chelsea,
still doing more than Lukaku.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on big Romelu Lukaku.
Chelsea, they annoy me as a football club. Yet they win trophies. Like it's just.
Well, hopefully not this weekend.
Well, I was gonna say that. I don't think Chelsea were the better team in the Champions League final against City, but they won it. I don't think they will go into that final against Liverpool as the better team. But you watch them win it.
I hope not. I mean, last 2 matches with Liverpool, both draws. First time around, they got a red card and performed quite well with 10 men.
When is this match?
It's Sunday.
Oh, so.
And then
by the time this is out,
it will be
done. And
and then the other match against Liverpool completely destroyed them in the first half. This was recently after the Romelu Lukaku gate. And then the second half, they made an incredible comeback to tie it up. They scored some incredible goals. So we'll see. They have now this stuff surrounding them with Abramovich, and apparently that's affecting the team. Tuchel said in a press conference. So
I mean, it should be. Your owner is like, it's a big mess. Honestly.
It is a big mess.
Here's a question. When is Chelsea going to be happy with a striker?
When the Chelsea striker curse gets broken.
They are now linked with Jonathan David. So I'm like, what? So Lukaku wasn't good enough? Timo Werner wasn't good enough? Who's
they
next?
Haven't been good enough.
I hoped.
I know. I understand that.
Genuinely, okay, Timo Werner, he had the promise, but he was never came out of Germany. You know, Lukaku's been around. He's done it in multiple leagues. He just finished Serie A as Golden Boot. It should have been hand in hand. Come to the Chelsea and just score goals.
Well, the thing I
Tuchel
hear
and
from
him
Chelsea,
are not on the.
well, he's kind of like square peg in round hole.
Yeah.
He does. He likes to like really run behind, get counters and things like that. And at Chelsea, he's kind of like needed more as a target man sort of thing, because you with Chelsea, you're gonna play a lot of teams that sit deeper, and he's a lot better with more space, I believe.
They play that like the back five where they cross the ball in, which should still work for Lukaku. He's a big target center forward, but maybe he's not his best strengths.
Now, I was listening to the Calcioland podcast, and they asked this question: was this Lukaku transfer? Who do you blame more, Lukaku or Chelsea? All of this that's happened.
You have to say Lukaku, because Chelsea. What did Chelsea do wrong? They signed a player.
Maybe they should have scouted him better to see if he would fit Tuchel's system a lot better. Maybe they should have thought of other things. People spending that much money on a player, you'd expect him to be a guarantee.
When the Serie A top goal scorer is available, buy him.
It's hard though, because as a veteran player of Lukaku and his caliber, you think he would be able to adjust and maybe fit Chelsea's play style, but it's hard to say, honestly.
Well,
and
also it takes time as well, and maybe Lukaku doesn't feel like he's that type of player to play in Tuchel's system.
His time at United was shambolic at best.
I mean, his first season was brilliant. What do you mean?
And he fell into the
Which
mud.
I don't really understand what happened. Like, it just seemed like he could never have a good first touch.
He was good for Everton. He had a great time at Everton.
Got a West Brom.
Yeah, he was good at West Brom. His move to Inter Milan, he was brilliant at Inter.
He loved it. There you go. He wants to go back. Like, it's stupid.
I don't see how that situation gets resolved. Because talk all the shit you want about Roman Abramovich. Usually he's good in the transfer market.
Well,
it's that lady. I don't know what her name is.
Well,
whatever her name is.
Chelsea have scouts.
Yes.
They should be able to tell if this player should fit the manager's system. That's what a good scout does.
But my thing is, okay, so let's say Lukaku, I want to be sold in the summer. I'm done here. I want to go. Well, who's going to pay more than 60 million for him? Imagine losing 40 million £40 in the space of 12 months. Like, just set it on fire at this point.
Oh, we've done it before.
United have, not you personally.
Di Maria?
You had a bag full of 40 million, just gone.
Like,
that's what Chelsea.
That's why I don't want Chelsea to buy Jonathan David, because I feel like he's just going to get tarnished.
I want him to go to Arsenal.
I think
I feel Arsenal would be ideal for him.
Because I think Arsenal's got mad vibes going on right now. Him and Bakoyo would just be great friends.
Emile Smith-Rowe.
Yeah.
I think he'd fit really good at
mad
Arsenal.
Vibes. Go
Arsenal need a striker. I think it's
to Arsenal.
David.
Jonathan David. Thank you for your TED talk. I tried to talk about Manchester United. The Champions League is what I tried to do.
Talk plenty of Manchester United.
But they were shit. They were garbage.
Yes, Ralph Ragnar made that apparent. He said the first half was very poor. The second, they were much better.
The second, you were a little better, but you still got a 1-1 draw.
That's okay. Elanga scored.
A good goal.
Yeah, great.
I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing. Goalkeeper was having lunch over on the side.
Happy.
What's happened with Oblak?
I don't know.
Oblak really is.
Well, United fans are asking the same thing about Marcus Rashford, how he kind of hasn't been the same player for a long time, and I won't lie, it's concerning, because I don't know if his injuries played a factor into his recent performances, but it's definitely not the Rashford we were seeing a couple seasons ago.
When is Ronaldo going to stop taking free kicks?
Fuck final, man. I think
we're there watching him. We're like, this is not a goal.
I had a feeling he was going to miss that either. I'm not surprised.
What is Ronaldo like? And I keep seeing all that Ronaldo should leave in the summer. Ronaldo should go. Where the fuck does Ronaldo go? Because I don't think Ronaldo's ever going to play for a club again in his career.
He's gonna
bigger
MLS.
I think never again for a club bigger than United.
Yeah.
He's not going back to Madrid.
No
He's
way.
not going to PSG. I think that ship of his.
Bayern?
No, I don't see Bayern as buying old players.
I don't know.
Well, there's reports Bayern have to kind of consider how they adjust their wages, because they have to now worry about just having a core group of players
honest.
and then have other maybe 5-6 other players that are young and they can sell in the future.
I don't know if he can go back to Sporting.
I don't see him going to Portugal.
Maybe Qatar because he has good relations there. But
realistically, the way I look at it is, I think he's here for this season. I think he's here for one more season at United. And yeah, he goes to
because he
the
says
MLS.
I think he said he's like, oh, I could have like 4 more seasons than me.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Manchester City.
If Ronaldo had gone to Manchester City instead of United, Ronaldo's top goal scorer in the Premier League right now.
Why couldn't Messi and Ronaldo both just went to City?
But
Why couldn't have just Messi gone to City? As much as I hate to
Messi
say
goes
that,
to City 100%. Honestly, Messi's career is more than okay.
yeah, because
goes to
Guardiola
Paris,
wouldn't kind of
He goes to Paris, he's grump. Big Madge.
Big Madge.
Me, stretch my beard. You've got the Messi beard going on, actually. You actually do. But no, I'm telling you, Ronaldo at City, top goal scorer in the Prem right now. Think about it. Just deliver. And he goes, I got you, fam. One more season of Ronaldo at United, and he goes to MLS.
Yeah, I don't know where he would
Miami.
go.
Him and David Beckham, BFFs.
Is he allowed in the States?
Think of how many kids they would sell. Ronaldo in the back, pink and black.
Bro, I thought you said
my
kids. I thought you said kids. How many kids could they sell?
Child trafficker Ronaldo.
Kids with a T.
Oh
Oh,
my
just kidding.
God.
Jesus
Beckham
Christ.
and Ronaldo selling kids.
Anyways,
Academy of Footballers.
enough United. They did draw. Other Champions League games.
There were other games.
Yes.
The only team that matters in the world, baby, Manchester United.
Ajax and Sporting. Something.
Good game.
It's not even
It's
Sporting.
Benfica.
Oh,
It was Benfica.
Sporting got smacked by City. You already know
There's
this.
too many. FC Porto is where it's at, bro.
Who's stuck? No. Ajax were good. Haller scored a goal on each end to make it fair and even. I think Ajax go through in that tie, and I think Ajax make a little bit of a run, depending on the draw, of course.
Yeah,
Depending on the draw. They could get
hopefully.
City. They could get City and just get,
Yeah, and then there
or
was
they could get United and probably win.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think anyone would really.
then
at
the
this
other
point.
one was Chelsea against Jonathan David.
Yep, and that was
Lille.
a snooze fest because
Yeah, watch
there's
the
only one
highlights,
team
huh?
playing in that game, and do you know who scored? LeBron James,
Oh,
Christian Pulisic.
ridiculous.
what
I didn't like his little celebration. I was like,
His little
get out of
dance
here.
or whatever he
Yeah,
did? I
get
don't
out
know.
of here,
What's
man.
that a reference to?
I don't
don't-
even know, but I didn't like it.
You
I'm
think
like,
I'm not a hip man. I'm an old man. I don't know anything.
stop trying to be like Jesse Lingard or something, man. Stop, you want? He's a wannabe Fonzie.
Was it related to like a football player celebration, like
Who
NFL
knows?
celebration?
I don't know. Like he wants to. Like I said, wannabe Fonzie. Because Fonzie kind of brings that energy, those vibes, like on the Twitch stream. But you can't be ever like him.
We talked some Europa League.
Oh, what about Villarreal's draw with Juventus?
Valhalovic, whatever the fuck his name, he scored within
Great
30
goal.
seconds and then did nothing for the rest of the game. Same with Juventus, actually. They did nothing for the rest of the
I
game.
think it's pretty good by Villarreal, but
Yeah.
I hope Villarreal go
Here,
through.
How about a bold shout?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go bold?
I'm going bold.
Okay.
Vlahovic.
Yeah. Say it to the camera.
Vlahovic will win the Balon d'Or before Haaland.
What the fuck?
I think it's gonna
What
happen.
is up with this guy
I
Ballon
don't
d'Ors right
think
now?
so. I mean, if Haaland goes to Real
Haaland-
Madrid or Barca, then I don't think so.
Haaland probably honestly wins it next year.
No.
Bullshit.
Well, then-
Mbappe will probably win it.
Then again,
Mbappe might win it this year.
Haaland's been having injury problems this year.
I am robot and he'll be okay.
I mean, Robot
not-
needs some oil.
He'll digitally load up a save file.
Is it Adama
Everything's
oil?
all good. His needs are good. He goes to play football.
Yeah, speaking of Adama,
Yeah, I was gonna talk some Europa League. Barca, they knocked out Napoli 5-3 at aggregate, 4-2 on the night. Let me tell you, that front three, loving it. Ferran Torres, Obama,
well, their first game
Adama.
last week, they couldn't they couldn't score.
Ferran Torres couldn't score. He was dog
Unless
shit.
it's
No,
just a
same with
penalty.
Aubameyang and same with Adama. This game,
They were
they
mad
scored
vibes.
some nice goals. I gotta say.
Frankie De Jong with a banger.
Okay,
son.
so hold
he's a
on. You
very
said
nice.
something about Frankie De Jong.
I said, what I said, was it the podcast before, was that the Ajax team that made that run in the Champions League, I don't think the players that have come out of there have lived up to the expectations.
Oh, maybe.
That
I can
they had.
understand that in a
No,
sense.
I think
I think Frankie De
then
Jong
we
is
went
World
through
Cup.
it a little bit.
I think Ziyech hasn't lived up. Maybe
Ziyech, yes. I think Frankie De Jong has definitely been the best.
Yes,
maybe.
I don't think
I know-
Matthias de Ligt's had a great time at Juventus.
A lot of people have said he has been great. I don't know. It's been mixed reviews, in my opinion. But
I think Frankie's really.
I
coming
think
into that
Frankie-
Barca
Frankie
team.
though,
Frankie-
what a
Considering
goal.
what that Barca team is now, I think he's
Great
coming
goal.
into
Frankie
it.
De Jong will be better than De Bruyne.
Last week it was me on the special sauce. Today it's you.
I mean, this
Is Brett gonna complain about walls?
No, he won't, because Brett's very opinionated and usually just against me. What have I done wrong to you? What have I done?
I mean, yeah, he'll probably.
I'm gonna hit you with the microphone too, just like I hit Brett. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that TikTok was funny as hell.
What?
You see that TikTok today? I hit Brett with the mic and he just screamed.
You know what's funny? I remember back when we first started TikTok and people would call us waffle merchants and we'd all, it's like, oh, all they do is waffle. I'm like, yeah, that's what we do. We're fucking waffle merchants.
The thing is, and I think we talked about this a little bit, we're not here claiming to be tactical analysis of the game or insider.
Yeah,
we're not for
We're having a
Blitzio.
good time.
We're just hanging out. We are literally 4 guys sitting on 2 couches hanging out.
Well, it's actually kind of funny because obviously everyone knows I work for Oilers Nation.
Do you?
Yes.
Really?
I did.
You
And-
never mentioned that.
Anyways, no, that's kind of how that's how they started their idea as well. They just wanted to be like, if you're playing poker in a guy's garage and one guy's talking hockey, like one guy has the hot takes, one guy's analytical. Every friend group has that in terms of when you're like talking sports, and that's kind of
Usually, I talk the maddest shit.
yeah.
But I'm funny.
And you have the in-betweener.
You're just kind of dumb.
Gang gang.
You're just kind of dumb, I gotta say.
Like,
Break that
yeah,
wrist.
it's funny. Like,
Anyways, it is funny. I like Barcelona. Heartbreak though for Sharif.
Saj.
That penalty shootout was
It was 2-0 on the night for Braga, and realistically, Braga could have scored a hatful.
they should
They had
have.
so many chances. If I look at
Except
the stats,
the-
Gregory, they had 31 shots.
Yeah, except the wonder
it was a-
strike in
it was a-
extra time at the last second by Sharif.
was it a pen? Did they go to pens?
Yes.
Yes.
Did they play like Western music when they went to pens?
No.
No.
Oh.
Well, maybe they did,
Yeah, that's
but
what I was
like we
thinking.
didn't know. We wouldn't-
But yeah, Braga had 31 shots on the night, and they did win 2-0, which put it to extra time. In extra time, like Greggy said, Sharif, the last kick of the game was
A wonder
a
strike.
bullet that nearly went in the top corner, and I would have
It was like
quite
30
literally
yards out.
flipped this table if that had gone in. I would have gone
The
nuts.
keeper made a nice save. I think it was just going wide, but the keeper still had to make a save.
Man
and
of
it
the match was Adama Traore.
It's found new
Even though
life
he
in
did
Barca.
nothing, he was man of the match.
He didn't take any. He didn't take.
He didn't
pens
take a
either.
pen.
The
But
keeper made a hell of a save. Oh, the
Yeah.
pens were fucking
yeah,
crazy.
the first couple of penalties for Sheriff were garbage. Just the one Willian, it looked like Willian. He just missed the net completely. He tried to Panenka the keeper, just missed the net. It was bad. The guy that looked like Bobby Firmino rolled it into the goalkeeper. But then they came back. The goalkeeper makes 2 saves. We're like, it's 2-2 on penalties. There's chance. But then the goalkeeper could not save 3. Braga win it.
Yeah,
3-2 on penalties. Heartbreak for the
it was.
Moldovans that are not Moldovan, but they are Moldovan, but they're not Moldovan.
Russian oligarch.
Who knows what
Don't
they're. But we can go over the draws.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Now the first place teams drop and play against the winners of these
I know
matches.
I actually like how they're doing it. I like it. I think it's different and it's not bad.
The round of 16 for the Europa League.
Yes.
Real Betis versus Eintracht Frankfurt.
Let's go Fakir.
Come on, Frankfurt.
No, I think Betis. FC Porto versus Olympique Lyon.
And Ndombele.
Ustak.
Musa Dembele.
Oh.
That's actually a good tie, actually.
Well,
though.
Dembele.
Yeah.
Musa
Yeah,
Dembele
for
is
France.
back and
He's been at Lyon.
I heard Musa Dembele might go play for the Mali national team.
Really? Good
oh
for him.
Musa Dem. Oh,
Like
I-
the Celtic
stri-
Musa
the
Dembele.
I was
striker.
thinking the
one that-
Belgian
The
one.
one that
No,
came from
he's- no.
Fulham for 500,000. We didn't hold them.
You know, both played for Fulham, right?
They did. But that's why this one
Too
came to
many
Celtic.
Dembeles, man.
Both Musas
There's a
played
lot
for
of Musa
Fulham.
Dembeles out there. Then RB Leipzig, they got Spartak Moscow. Shout out to Spartak Moscow because they're like mid-table in the Russian
I'm
league.
very interested to see how that will play out because
Yes.
Leipzig are starting to play some good football.
They
They
are.
hired Tedesco as their manager. He was recently a
Well,
Schalke
you're
manager.
meaning
because of Russia. Like,
yeah.
I'm just kind of curious. I know we talk about Ukraine, but
How do
like,
you have away days in Moscow?
Well,
I don't know.
no. Russia's and Ukrainians matches at home are now on neutral venues.
There you go. That has been announced by Lucas.
Okay, I know
I am
well,
president
just
of
like
UEFA.
quickly, I know Ukrainian football has just been on like a break.
Yeah, it's got
for-
suspended.
Yeah.
and all yeah, it's I don't know. It's interesting.
I think the biggest tie here of the Europa League, Sevilla versus West Ham.
West Ham.
I
are
like
massive.
that.
Up
That's
the
a-
Hammers.
That's
That's
a
a
big
really
game
good
for a
one.
round of 16.
Braga did get Monaco. Atalanta versus Bayer Leverkusen. Expect
That's
some
a good
goals.
one. There's some
Expect some
Oh
goals.
my gosh, that's
That's a good one. Rangers, they get Red Star Belgrade. I think that's
Czerwona
Scottish,
Zvezda.
Scottish fans in Belgrade.
That's gonna be
That
wild.
could be tasty. Gotta say. And then Barcelona, they get Galatasaray.
Welcome to hell.
Two very famous European clubs going up against each other in the Europa League.
Yep.
Conference League, we can go over that quickly.
How many leagues?
There's a couple leagues, I gotta say.
There's not a
Round of 16 tie for the Conference League. Slavia Praha versus LASK. Lask. PAOK versus Ghent. Partizan versus Feyenoord. Vitesse versus Roma. Leicester City, they get Rennes from France. Bodo Glimt hosts AZ Alkmaar. I think Bodo Glimt takes that one. Bodo Glimt to win the Conference League. Olympique Marseille versus Basel. And PSV Eindhoven versus Copenhagen.
I think like the Conference League is like wide open.
It's fun. It's just a fun
you
time.
know what?
Bodo Glimt to win it all.
Sometimes the highest quality football, the best teams, they're not the most enjoyable
No,
to
they're
watch.
not.
So that's why you watch the Conference League
Yeah.
or the Scottish League or League On.
No, and
The Scottish League is shit.
I said this in I said this in the Twitch chat. Like at first, the Conference League was kind of like what is
What's the
this? Like
point
what
of it?
why
Here's
is it
a
good?
hot
But now
take.
I'm enjoying it.
Here's a hot take. The shittier the league, the more enjoyable that league is to watch. I'm sorry. The
Well, I
Premier
think-
League, sometimes a little boring.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah.
Well, I think the Premier League, the reason the Premier League, especially the big games,
It's too tactical,
you play
bro.
not to lose.
Yeah, like, fuck that, man.
Jurgen Klopp tries to attack. Antonio Conte's got 7 men behind the ball.
Yeah.
It's boring.
I mean, I think there's been the Premier League was better this year with big
Yes.
games, but like I'm last 2 seasons. Oh
Like-
my gosh,
K-
snooze
Liverpool
fest.
Now,
City,
like,
oh.
I've talked about this before, but I do feel like League On is a little too disrespected. I'm sure it's maybe still kind of like a farmer's league, but I feel like the disrespect is a little
Do you think he's
high.
actually watched a single league match this season?
I watched highlights today. It was very exciting.
Today?
Yes, Fofana scored. It was like a 3-2 game. I'm like, man, people need to put more respect in this league.
How long were the highlights? Like,
Oh, fucking, I saw Fofana score the goal. I'm like, it's good. Bro,
What team does Fofana play for?
I don't even know.
Hey!
I can't remember. I think it was a yellow badge.
Yellow badge.
There's no what badge is this? Is yellow?
I see yellow.
Nods. Onto yellow.
Oh, I'm talking about the top 2, the score.
Oh, 4-2.
Yeah, but
yeah,
Oh,
the
right,
two
right.
teams.
Oh,
there's Montpellier versus Rennes.
that's still pretty exciting. It's a 4-2 game.
Neither badge is yellow.
Well, Reds technically have a yellow outline, but I don't know if you
Oh,
noticed
shit,
that.
man. You gotta fucking get your magnifying glass for that one.
But like I'm just saying, sometimes the least.
I hear you.
I know what you're saying. We
There's
know
the
what you're
visa.
saying.
For example,
Eredivisie. Exciting.
the MLS gets a lot of hate. Yet,
The MLS is starting.
It's opening weekend,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Sunday. MLS.
true American football, the
Well,
MLS.
Saturday.
That's Saturday, but Sunday sounds better. No. Saturday. No.
Soccer.
Soccer Saturday.
Soccer Saturday.
At NR92. Shout out.
Go Vancouver.
Well, I mean, really, Canadian teams, Toronto FC have spent money on Insigne and a couple other players. Insigne doesn't come until July. Vancouver Whitecaps, quite frankly, I haven't heard much about what they've been doing.
Well, they sold Crepo.
They sold Crepo.
Yeah, he went
Where?
to Galaxy, I think.
I think he actually did. That's I
He went to
heard that,
Galaxy
Yeah,
for like $1 million, I think, or
a
something.
milli.
Okay, I don't know if it's that much.
But
It
it's
probably was
okay,
less.
Liam.
Yeah,
Vancouver Whitecaps have Ryan Gold.
they do. I don't know why he's there.
They
It's
also
a
still
weird
have,
move.
they have Cavallini still.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
So
Montreal had a really good result in the CONCACAF Champions League against Santos de Laguna. They won 3-0. Maybe CF Montreal, Club de Foot de Montreal, can have a good season. You like my French?
I honestly don't know anything about
Allez, les
Montreal.
Bleus.
I know,
Allez, les Bleus.
There's some good players, especially NYFC, FC. Oh my gosh, I said FC twice. So many FCs.
New York City Football Club, baby.
But they have a player on their
Soccer
team.
Club, Football Club.
They have a player on their team. I think it starts with a C. I'm trying to get this loaded, but one football just.
Don't talk shit about one football. Greatest app in the history of the world.
But Mob is better.
Fuck off.
I mean, one football you can actually watch football matches.
Yeah.
No, that's a lie.
Except when they say they're going to show the Celtic Rangers game, and I take my lunch break when it's supposed to start, and I couldn't watch a single second of the game. It's fucking rad!
We'll try online on website.
What?
Laptop.
Try an online.
Oh no.
Try an online website. He just said-
His face is red, God.
He just
Like,
said,
holy
he just said
fuck.
try an online website.
Look at his face. It's so red
Oh,
now.
I got heated there.
Why are you mad?
'Cause I wanted to watch the game, and I took
I
my lunch.
understand your
I
frustration.
pushed my lunch break
He
back.
actually wanted to watch Celtic win.
Yeah,
Because
we actually did
he
win.
watched 2 Celtic
I was
games
just
recently,
hitting- I
and
was
they
just hitting
got
the-
shit on.
The refresh on the Twitter all the time.
I was looking forward to watching some good Celtic football, and they were god awful.
I can show you maybe when we play like St. Mirren or something. Maybe we'll play better then.
I'll just show you highlights of when they beat Barcelona.
The time.
It's funny because that actually shows up on my
We actually
recommendations.
did not play good that game. We had 11% possession and we won
Yeah.
that game. Victor Wanyama.
You know what's the funny thing with Celtic? I'm sorry. There was like back in the day, there was always these rumors that like big players would always want to play for like
Yeah.
Zlatan. I dream of playing for
Yeah, they-
Celtic or Xavi or
Yeah,
like,
Celtic Park
Xavi,
is
Iniesta,
so-
Messi, Zlatan, Kaká, all these players said, "Oh, this is like the greatest venue I've ever been to. I'd love to play here." And then none of them
Until
ever played
Celtic
here.
offers them fucking like,
yeah.
we could give you $7K a week.
We will offer you
Pretty good for
7.
Celtic.
We give you 7. We'll give you X amount of dollars, and you could own the local pint,
Yeah, yeah. We
or
can-
the local
we'll-
pub.
We'll pay for your hotel room.
The owners go, huh?
We'll give you 1% of Celtic.
You can own a piece of land.
Yeah. You can own the front driveway to that house.
But with the MLS, I think was it NYCFC that won it last year?
Yes,
was
it was, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know they played
And they,
Portland.
they're opening
I'll
opening
tr-
matches against the LA Galaxy, which should be a very exciting game there.
Nice.
I
I know NYCFC are looking good. FC Dallas have some promising talent coming through.
Jesus Ferreira.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's from FC Dallas. He's actually very good.
I know they had
Striker.
Pepe who went to Augsburg. They have several players coming through that academy. It's
Yeah.
just like a
Yeah.
a factory in there.
NYCFC, their head coach is Ronnie Dyla, ex-head coach of Celtic.
Apparently, Thiago Almada will be going to Atlanta United.
Oh wow.
Why did everyone like look at
Thiago
me?
Almada's your boy.
So
Give me a fist bump.
I'll try to keep
Wow.
up with MLS. I think I say that every year, but I don't know. I just never seem to.
I actually want to try.
Same
and
with me.
watch it more.
I actually want to pay more attention to North American football. That includes the CPL as well.
The CPL's kind of under. I don't know if underrated. It's just cool to follow along.
FC Edmonton, they have new
more local.
owners.
Oh, we do.
We do. And I'm hoping they're better.
Who are the owners?
Quite off the top of my head, I don't know. I'll give you a quick Google search and I will let you know.
Is it Citigroup?
Fucking
Yeah,
wish, man.
the Qataris.
I wish they can buy the Oilers at that point.
point.
I know the new president is someone who used to work for the Oilers Entertainment Group, so
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know really.
Oh, really? The guy that owned, I think it's the same ownership. I think the same ownership, but it's different people that are running it. I believe.
Yeah.
Because the person that was running it before is now running the Edmonton Stingers basketball team.
There you go.
I just know the guy who the Fath group, whatever.
Yeah.
I heard that they put in like millions of dollars into the FC Edmonton. They just ended up losing so much money. Like
FC Edmonton has not been a success as of yet.
no, I'm
On the pitch
which-
and off the pitch. The community has not been built that much. Edmonton, the fans have not shown up. The
Yeah,
same
and for those that
relatively
don't know and
empty.
are listening, you know, FC Edmonton is our local team in the Canadian Premier League, and like in comparison to clubs like in Vancouver, like Pacific FC, they've built a pretty strong foundation. Forge FC just played a
Yeah.
game in the
Azteca.
yeah,
They actually scored a wonder goal, by the
exactly
way.
Did they
right.
win?
They lost 3-1. They're out. But they scored a great goal. And for a Canadian Premier League team to go to the Azteca, that's huge. That's great. You know, that really could be the highlight of that player, of that team's career, you know?
Honestly, you're not wrong, right?
But
so
I can't seem to find it. I gotta be honest with you.
That's okay. It doesn't.
I'm
mean,
reading this, but I don't. I just a lot of
I mean, I
words.
feel like the old ownership, at least whoever was running the marketing part of it, did a poor job at whatever they were doing.
yes,
Because I never heard about FC Edmonton ever, and I'm obviously into the sport a lot.
it was marketed poorly. It was branded poorly. It on the field, it was the worst team in the Canadian Premier League.
I think it was second worst or
Second
the worst.
worst,
Yeah,
it was
up.
bad.
Yeah, it was,
I
I don't think I saw a win. I went to a couple games.
Yeah, and until FC Edmonton's branded as an actual viable sporting day out for Edmonton,
I mean,
not only soccer fans but actually just sport fans.
Where the team's stadium is located is not the best.
Yeah.
Yes,
but it's not. But
Yeah.
but then
will,
again,
will Team Canada like coming to Edmonton, playing the game here? Like, will that help at all? You think or
oh,
no?
fuck.
well, Team Canada, I think the Canadian men's national team and the quality that they have been has really breathed new life into football fans in Canada. So I would hope that would
but
translate to FC Edmonton and getting more fans of the games, but I doubt it.
I hope Canada's success does get some local support with the leagues and teams, because like people in Europe and UK, they say support local. It's very important for the grassroots of the game. If one day you want to see your country maybe in a World Cup final, you have to support local. That's where it starts.
It is.
As simple as that.
It is. And I think the 90th minute will support local and will support FC Edmonton. Especially this season, we're going to really try to cover Canadian Premier League and maybe go to a couple games. I know, like that.
You know, we all support European teams, massive teams, and so do millions of Americans, Canadians. But, you know, I think it's time people start looking at the local teams like, hey, how can I support it?
Yeah.
But of course,
the local team has to actually show.
That's true. But like,
and have to actually show that they care and aren't there just to be there.
I don't know. When I was going to a couple matches, even though they're playing poorly, I still found some sense of enjoyment going to a local game, a local match. It was just maybe that connection with the community that you don't really have with supporting a team that you've never seen live, like Manchester United across the pond, as they say. Right, you don't have that sense. You know?
And see, you said before, sometimes you watch the lower leagues and the football's more exciting. Sometimes you go a couple steps too low.
Yeah,
and you watch what we could watch, and it's yeah.
Definitely
some of it's okay though.
Yeah,
so I think there's some football in Canada that's okay. Maybe not being played in Edmonton, but it's there. Here's hoping that it's better. Except they did sell Ongaro, who's probably their best player.
But they kind of had to sell him, I think.
Shit, it's going to be bad.
Financially, they were not doing well. But we'll see.
Downhill.
We'll see. Sometimes when I go to a local game, I don't even think, oh, I'm not really excited to watch my team. I'm excited to watch some quality players from the other team. That's like the hockey.
When I went to the one game when Georgios Samaras was playing here, I got him to sign my shirt. And then there's that one time when Raul was supposed to come to play here.
And he never did.
He never showed up.
I think R9 as well.
Was it R9 or just Raul?
I think at that time it was Raul, but R9 was supposed to be playing for a team in the whatever that league was.
The US.
It wasn't even. It was the North American soccer. I think an ASL. It was really weird.
Yeah.
That one was just weird.
Raul was supposed to come here, and the stadium was full of people wearing Real Madrid kits, and he never showed up, and everyone just left halfway through the game. It was snowing. Everyone just left halfway through the game.
I don't think it was R9.
I don't think so.
He never played for anyone in North America.
I know. I remember. I thought he signed with a team.
No, he came. He brought a club he owns here on a preseason.
Oh yeah, when Valladolid came here, because he owns Valladolid, he was supposed to maybe come here for that. He just never showed up. That's one of the game that we went to versus Cardiff City. What a fucking weird matchup that is. Cardiff versus Valladolid in Edmonton.
It is weird
matchup.
Like, they're supposed to have more friendlies every year, but COVID obviously.
Yeah.
That was a nice night.
Was it?
Yeah. Good weather.
It was actually nice. What's been going on in your world, Lucas?
I went to the dentist today.
Okay. What'd you get done?
My teeth. First
Fuck! I hope so. If your dentist are operating on your knee, I'd question you.
I mean, first time I went to the dentist in 2 years.
I mean,
COVID.
I think a lot of people, got pushed back.
Fucking getting an ear appointment, like.
You are?
No, him. Like, what's happening? Get your ears checked.
I mean, you just go to the doctor and they just check your ear.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you do recently? What have you been up to, Gregory?
Well, Fulham. Mitrovic is a championship top goal scorer now.
Of all time?
Record breaker. Yeah.
Is it 16 games left?
16 games left.
What about Adam Armstrong?
We don't count that.
That was make believe.
Can he get? He needs to get 9 goals to tie the the English record? I guess
I think he probably will.
Before the championship was formed.
Probably will break that. Mitrovic has been in incredible form for him this year. I know you said he's playing better today than he was under your former manager, but we saw him when he came up to the Prem and he didn't do a heck of a lot. He
scored 11 goals. I mean, for Fulham, but that season we just conceded.
That's fair. You know what? I'll give you. You know what? 11 goals in a relegation side.
And he didn't play.
That's not too
really
bad. That's fair.
So it's hard. I know what you're saying though. We need like a league between the Championship and the Premier League for like teams like Fulham, Norwich, those kind of
West
teams.
Brom. Yeah, your yo-yo clubs.
Super League 2.
Well, I saw a tweet about that today. Actually, yeah. Hold on. Where did I see that? There's Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Juventus have signed an agreement to bring up the idea of the Super League again, except it'll contain relegation and promotion. It'll contain they want to kind of like redo it all, almost kind of thing.
Okay.
That's just Fiorentino Perez, if I'm honest with you.
Damn it.
I mean, just rich people wanting to control the sport,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that is really what it is.
which is UEFA already doing that, but
they're
he's-
not,
they're not as bad.
they're still bad.
I don't. I feel like the president is actually not that bad of a person compared to previous presidents. Seferin is the president currently, but
Okay.
like I feel like he's actually like not that bad, and it's just UEFA has a terrible reputation because things that have happened in the past.
I think football in general, like you look at FIFA and everything, Sepp Blatter and everything. I think football in general has a bad.
Infantino, biggest
Supposedly-
fraud in the world.
I think it was
Yeah.
like EA's president came out and said that losing the FIFA license might actually make the game better.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
apparently the next FIFA is going to be FIFA 23, like the next EA Sports
But just
game.
not made by.
No, the next EA Sports game is going to be FIFA 23, but after that,
Okay,
Yeah.
so we get one more then.
yeah, and they're basically saying, because of FIFA, they can only go to like certain brands associated with FIFA. So like, say that fans wanted them to go with like Nike and stuff, they can't. They only can do Adidas. Because
Yeah.
Adidas is the main sponsor for the World Cup.
Yeah, yeah.
There's other things they couldn't do. Like they say they want to do more things outside of 11v11, and they can't really do that.
I know they did Volta, but it's also kind of weird.
But that's
too.
not on like a football pitch
Yeah.
sort of
Oh,
thing.
interesting.
Well,
yeah.
you know what? Well, hopefully, this means that the game FIFA, will actually become better.
Oh, it's EA,
Yeah. Just
so you
they'll-
don't know.
They'll just find a way to make more money off you.
But,
Go
but
UFL.
maybe with more competition, things will change. Maybe
Super Mario Strikers.
When does that drop?
Like June
You asked us
11th.
last time.
I don't listen.
June
I'm
11th
just
or
excited
something
for
around
it.
there.
I'm excited for that. I've never really played, but I'm excited for it.
Good.
I want to see Greg beat me 100-0, which will
There
probably
won't be
happen.
enough time.
make the halves 10 minutes.
If you score every couple seconds, yes, there will.
Only
be.
like a 5-minute game.
Greg, you says that as if I know this. I've never played this game.
Okay.
Okay,
It sucks for you.
think-
Sucks for you, actually. Yeah.
it does suck for me.
I just remember was playing Greg and Greg just
Yeah.
destroying him.
We talked about these two, what they've been up to. What about you? What have you been up to, Wazinho?
I don't know. I went to go get beers with friends earlier.
Where'd you go?
Brew house.
How was it?
It was expensive.
Yeah. What'd you have?
Like a Coors or something.
Okay.
And a Stein.
And a Stein. There you go. Why would you pick Coors of all beers?
I don't know. I just picked what my friend was having. It looked
You're
good.
usually a beer connoisseur.
I don't give a shit. I just wanted to drink.
Is everything okay? Do you,
Yeah.
do you need help? Do
No,
we reach
it's
out
fine.
to you?
Sometimes I just want a lager.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What have I been up to? Great. Thank you for asking. I cleaned my bathroom.
About time.
It was
Fantastic.
great. It was a great day.
Yeah.
Vacuum. Great day.
Very exciting times.
Do we?
I mean, in my world, I've just been keeping up with the Ukraine news. That's about it.
I think
Yeah.
really, I think that is what's dominating headlines and news and dominating the eyes and ears of everyone that's probably around the
Kind
world.
of like, what's next? You know?
yeah.
Yeah, it's really just a wait and see right now for us.
Oh yeah, Football Manager released an update.
Did they?
They updated players. Ronaldo no longer one of the best players in the game. Based on potential current ability, 30th. Just as good as Jack Grealish.
That's interesting.
Got,
That's kind of rude.
got nuked.
I think he could be at least top 15.
Maybe.
I know.
It's hard to say if
I
he
keep
actually
hearing-
went through. I mean, because as someone asked us in the chat yesterday, who is the current best player in the world, and I think all three of us said Mohamed
Mohamed
Salah.
Salah.
It's Mbappe.
Lewandowski.
You don't think it's Mohamed Salah?
No.
Mohamed
I think
Salah
Mohamed Salah has been brilliant, but are we disrespecting what Lewandowski has just done?
Mohamed Salah is.
Oh, because he plays in the Premier League, so that means he's the best.
Is that what I said? I said
No.
I think Mohamed Salah is in the best form of his Liverpool career, which is insane because that breakout season that he had for Liverpool was monumental. But I think Mohamed Salah is playing.
He's the best, maybe statistically, but he's not the best footballer in the world.
You said Mbappe was,
Yes, and he is.
but you also said. Who did you say was going to win a Balon d'Or before Mbappe?
Before Haaland.
Well, he said
Vlahovic. You said Vlahovic, and you also said João Felix was going to win it before them. So, qu'est-ce que
So
c'est?
when's Mbappe winning it?
No, Mbappe will win it, probably. But I'm saying João Felix will do it before Haaland. Haaland is the guy to look at.
I don't think Haaland's going to win next
Speaking
year.
of statistics, though, if you look at the goal stuff scores and assists in the Premier League, it's all Liverpool.
Yeah, it is.
Did you see what Jurgen
really
Klopp
is.
said? Like, he's never wearing a suit to a cup final
Yeah.
ever again.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to focus on how I look for a cup final. I just want to go focus on the game. Which I feel the same way. Yeah.
You wouldn't wear a suit.
I mean, I kind of would maybe, but at the same time, I understand where he's because he wants to focus on the game, not how he's looking.
How long does it take Jurgen Klopp to get dressed?
Pep wore a suit in the Champions League final?
He usually wears like a sweater or some bullshit.
Because, I know at Barcelona he did, so maybe he should have kept that up. Maybe he needs to wear suits.
He got tired of that. He just wanted to be comfortable.
I mean, basically anything.
I thought we were on a topic, and I don't know.
We're talking about Balon Dors and best player in the world.
Maybe wrap it up.
You don't think it's Salah?
No.
I'm shocked by that.
Do we just wrap it up here?
You just want to go home, don't you?
Yeah. I think we're talking about plenty. What else is there to talk
I
about?
want you to tell people that are watching, listening, that you want to go home, and they're not your top priority.
Hey, Jesus Christ, man. Use code 90minute for G Fuel.
Yeah. Use code 90minute, 90 on the word minute for G Fuel discount. What do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
What do you want from me? No, I mean, we always do say shout out to our audio listeners, but we appreciate anyone who is on audio apps, Spotify, Apple, anything else. It's a huge platform, and you know what? We don't always give you the love and attention that you deserve. I'm so sorry for that.
That's mainly just you.
I say thank you most.
I remember 100 episodes of old podcasts, you never thanked them once.
You know what? Do you want to know why? I didn't know. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I used to
Liam is
listen.
actually a boomer.
I used to listen on Spotify. Not recently. Watch
Liam
on
is an
YouTube
old
now.
man.
I am. YouTube, thank you for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe here on the podcast channel. Share it with your friends. Help us get our channel name out there. Share it and everything like that. Man from Brazil, Wazinho baby. Captain Greggy and his lobster boat.
Didn't come from a boat.
Mate,
Cool, calm collective.
Go home.
It's Lucas.
Liverpool over Chelsea Carabao Cup. Let's go.
And I'm Fat and Ginger. I'm Liam. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
I'm gonna go watch the Kanye doc.
Shut up.